Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon White. So, right now we've arrived in Icirrus City, and we've checked around everywhere that we could possibly go to. That is not, going for the story mode and whatnot. And we're now gonna be entering the Icirrus Gym. Where, of course, we're going to be getting our gym badge number 7. And as you can tell, yeah, this gym does have its own ice puzzle to it, but honestly, it's a lot more simpler than you would think it is, because, this ice field is actually a lot more simpler than you think it is. Because, as you see here, you're gonna be utilizing these hemispheres in order for you to spin around so that you can move on, so that you can actually go where you actually need to go to. So honestly, this isn't like any other ice puzzle that you may have seen in the previous Pokemon games. Yeah, I'd say this one is a lot more simpler. It's honestly a lot more simpler than you may think it is. And considering, as you can see, since we're now dealing with ice type Pokemon, meaning that the only ones that you're really gonna see are like Vanillish's Cryogonals, and even some Cubchoos. Yeah, that's right. We finally get to see a freaking Cubchoo, and we also finally get to see Cryogonal. Yeah, look at Cryogonal. Cryogonal is just your snowflake Pokemon. And it's honestly a shame that Cryogonal doesn't get utilized all that much. Well, actually, there was only one major thing that Cryogonal does, so within any Pokemon game. Well, actually, I guess you can say two things, essentially. I guess you can say two things, maybe. Well, I definitely know the first thing is... Cryogonal is actually a requirement if you want to get a certain Reggie in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Apparently you need a Cryogonal if you want to see through one of the Reggies in Sword and Shield. I don't know why they would need this this Pokemon if you want to be able to encounter at least one of the Reggies. Which is something that's sort of similar to back in the within the Hoenn games, where you would need not only a Wailord, but you would also need a Relicanth on you too. So that you can spawn in the Reggies. In the first place. You saw that? Some of these ice banks actually have little, as you can see, we're literally above, like, a really big pit. Which I don't know why the gym leader would want us to be able to go through like a very slippery jump that you can probably miss out on, and make us easily just have us fall into the pit below. It's like, you can easily just get yourself hurt by doing that. But anyway, now we finally get to see. But anyways, back to Cryogonal. Now for the second time, which I don't think this one counts, but I guess I should. Was when during Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, during your main adventure, you had to take on a few Cryogonals, Cryogonals. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the 2 Cryogonals and a Golurk. Yeah, that's really the only time that Cryogonal really gets to do much of anything within the Mystery Dungeon series. But again, that's really only the major things that we really get to see Cryogonal do. And also, Cryogonal doesn't really get that many appearances in the anime either. Yeah, its only major appearances that it got was of course the movie that stars the Musketeer Trio and also Keldeo too. Yeah. And then its other appearance was in the episode just before the Unova League started. Yeah, in the episode just before the Unova League started. Yeah, it was when Ash and Ash's friends first met up with a Pokemon rescue team led, like, essentially a Eevee team led by a Virgil, who ended up being one of Ash's competitors in the Unova League. But, however, it was not one of the opponents that Ash actually got to face off against, actually. Yeah, for those of you who have seen the Unova League, yeah, you probably know who Ash actually lost to during that league. Yeah, it definitely left people upset about that. Yeah. But anyways, everyone, now, as you can see, yeah, all throughout this gym as well, now, if you want to change the hemisphere so that you can get to another, so that you can actually proceed. Now there are these switches that you have to step on it if you want to move on to. Yeah, if you want to make any sort of progression in this gym. But anyways, now for those of you who are utilizing steel type Pokemon, now yeah, I hope you did pick up that Flash Cannon TM that you may have saw me get previously. Because, yeah, that TM is probably going to be your very most useful Steel-type move that you're probably going to get to. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, as you can see, yeah, considering that we're just, with Ice types... Oh! Really? Okay. Well, I guess that sucks. But thankfully now it's just my Strike has Flame Charge, which means... Yeah, I easily thought myself out of that. Although actually, I don't think Flame Charge melts the ice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to get hit by a Fire-type move in order for you to get, easily thawed out. But I'm pretty sure actually utilizing the Fire-type move does get you thawed out too. Yeah, it's honestly quite a toss-up, honestly, when it comes to being frozen solid, really. Yeah, but anyway. Now we're done with you. Okay, now I guess since we haven't talked about Cubchoo yet, yeah, I guess I could say is, considering that it's an ice type, yeah, I've not really got myself any sort of chance to be able to utilize one, like, ever. But however, now, considering that Cubchoo, is only a pure ice type Pokemon, Cubchoo can actually learn some water type moves. So yeah, which means that Cubchoo can actually have a shot of. Yeah, which means that Cubchoo can actually have a shot shot of actually defeating those pesky fire-type Pokemon. Yeah, that is, if you can actually pull off the water move first, in order for you to use. Wow, Frozen Solid again. Jesus. Yeah, I get it. We are in a freaking Ice-type gym, but jeez, that's two. Wow, that's two Frozen Solids. Wow. Okay. Sure. But anyways, everyone, back to Cubchoo. Now, Cubchoo also doesn't really get utilized that much in the anime either. Yeah, there's only like a few times we may have saw Cubchoo, but not really all that much. But however, its evolution, well, it doesn't get enough attention, I feel like, but however, its evolution actually does get some focus. It does actually get some focus in some episodes, in the anime. So I guess you can definitely say that is somewhat of a good thing, I guess. No, but anyways, now I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last guy that we're gonna be fighting against before we actually meet up with the gym leader. Okay. Now, just before we head on off, yeah, I guess I haven't really talked about Stunfisk that much. Now, Stunfisk also doesn't get utilized that much in the anime. Yeah, and even with Silent in the anime, who actually owns a Stunfisk. But even then, we never really get to see Stunfisk still be utilized on that much either. But anyways, everyone, here we are. Now we've reached, now here we are. Now we're about to face off against the Icirrus Gym Leader, and ex movie actor, Brycen. Alright, let's go. You appear ready to face the gym leader. Then, bring it! And that's all he, and that's all he really has to say. He says, bring it on! Alright. The Ice-type gym leader, Brycen. Alright, now starting things off is his Vanillish. Now his Vanillish has the special ability Ice Body, and he has Mirror Shot, Acid Armor, Frost Breath, and Astonish. Now with what Frost Breath does, as you saw with that crit there. Yeah, Frost Breath is actually one of the few moves in the entire series where it will always land a critical hit. Yeah, always. Yeah, which you may think. Yeah, however, it's not exactly that strong, so that's probably why it always gets crits. But anyways, yeah, we're already faced off against the strongest Pokemon already, and that being the evolution of Cubchoo, Beartic. Alright, so now his Beartic has the ability Snow Cloak, and it has the moves Swagger, Slash, Icicle Crash, and Brine. Yeah, that's right. Like I said before, yeah, the Cubchoo line actually do learn some water-type moves, and Brine is indeed one of them. So yeah, just be careful when you're facing off against this Beartic with fire types. But as you saw, yeah, it still didn't take that much time for me to defeat it. But anyways, now we're start Pokemon Cryogonal. Now his Cryogonal special ability is Levitate, and that's moves Reflect, Aurora Beam, Frost Breath, and Rapid Spin. If he would have sent down that Cryogonal first, and then immediately set up a dam for Reflect, then he might have actually had a shot of actually staying in more, but I guess he didn't really think it that much. Ahead, I guess. But anyways, that's Brycen defeated. In honor of your stout heart, I will give you this. Yep, and it's indeed the gym badge. Ding. Get stuck in there for the rest of your natural life. Alright, now we get the freeze badge. You have seven badges. That means Pokemon up to level 80 will obey you. As intended, of course. This TM will convey my regard for your accomplishments. And I'm pretty sure we know which TM is going to give us. Yep, it is indeed Frost Breath. A move that always results in a critical hit. Frost Breath. And that's only really has the same. Yeah, at first, Brycen really doesn't give out much dialogue to him. But however though, this doesn't mean that this is gonna be the only time that we're gonna see Brycen in this whole series. Yeah, and especially during the sequels. And as you can see, immediately as soon as you exit, here's Sharon and Bianca again. Since we left New Town, has something about me changed? Thinking about what I want to do, thinking about what I should do. It felt like there was nothing. Have I really become stronger? Or is it just my Pokemon that have? Yeah, that's something that he's still thinking about. I don't know anymore. Hey, cheer up, Sharon. Isn't it nice to see everyone? Ditto. Know what? This time, I'll go to the Pokemon fan club. Well, it's not exactly that much of a fan club, considering that there's only 2 of them in there. I'm really searching for what I want to do and for what I can do. Yeah, like I said, this was not going to be the only time that we're going to be having Brycen with dialogue. Who? Us? I'm Bianca, and this is Sharon. I know you aren't there. Why don't you show yourselves? Yeah, the people that he was talking about is actually these guys again. Yep, the very same guys from Chartstone Cave. Impressive, Gym Leader of Icirrus City. We, the Shadow Triad, are beings of the shadows, and not easily noticed. Our mission was to speak only with Ditto, but so be it. Okay, what is it this time? Getsis has a message for you. Come to Dragon Spiral Tower. Oh yeah, the place that Centric was going to. It is there that our Lord N waits for you. Now, our mission is complete. Dragon Spiral Tower? What's going on? And yeah, let's just say, Brycen, you're not gonna get your answer. See? Bye-bye. Now, hang on. Young man, if you're here for a gym challenge, hang on for a bit. I've got to head to Dragon Spiral Tower. I'm going to. Dragon Spiral Tower is to the north of here, right? Yep, and off goes. Yep, and off goes to both of them. Whoa! What should I do? For now, I have to go to Dragon Spiral Tower. Okay, I'm headed north. And yeah, she decides to just stay put anyway. Yeah, she definitely sounds more scared considering how she dealt with Team Plasma last time. Yeah, especially when her Muna got stolen. Yeah, now she's definitely feeling the scared about she's scared of having her Pokemon being stolen again. But anyways, as you can see, now once you have defeated Brycen, we can now buy max potions, and that's really it. Okay, now I'll buy at least 10 of these. Okay, now this is something that I forgot to show off last time too. Is that now from this guy, you can get the TMs for Blizzard, Thunder, and Fire Blast. So, if you want those really strong, but very low accuracy moves, then you just need to go here. But with that said, that's all I'm going to do this part. And so, with the next part, I'll see you guys next time.